everyone, hope you're all well. Welcome back to our final video in our series Building a Website with the Wix Studio Editor, where in this series we have covered step by step exactly how to create a website using the new Wix editor. In the previous video we talked about making your website responsive, and previous videos from that we've talked about building parts of the site using the new editor, including the header, footer, homepage, etc. In today's final video we are going to launch our website. We're going to talk about how to launch the new Wix Studio plans, domain names, and everything like that. So make sure you check out the other videos first before coming back here. But before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest web development tips and tutorials. So without further ado, let's get started. So we have our website here, and we've added all the pages, we've added all the content, we've made it responsive. So now we have two things left to do, which is to connect to a domain, and we need to publish using one of the Wix site plans. So with the domain, if you already have a domain bought, what you can do is click on the connect domain button, and you can decide if you have a domain you already own, you just want to click on connect to a domain that you already own. And it'll ask you to pick a Wix Studio plan. So you might notice if you've used Wix before, these are slightly different to the Wix Editor X plans. There's a little bit more options, and they have different features as well. They also have there's also difference in the amount of storage. Even with the basic, you get 10 GB. In the original Editor X plans, I think it was like 2 GB or 5 GB that you get. So you get a lot more. And you get site analytics for all of them. And you get a certain number of site collaborators. So depending on which one that you pick, you'll have different features, but you'll have essentially access to all of this, and then your media storage will differ depending on the plan. If you are a simple brochure based website, so you just have a blog and maybe just like some content as well, the basic should be enough. But if you have any kind of e-commerce on the site, or if you have any products or services that you need to accept payment for, then the least requirement would be to get the standard plan in order to actually accept online payments. So all of these will allow you to accept online payments. It's just the standard plan is probably the cheapest and will have the least amount of features, but still has a good amount of features. You wouldn't be able to continue with an e-commerce website if you have the basic plan. But it's up to you to decide what kind of plan you want. You can compare the plan features, and you can see exactly what you get with all the features, and you get the support as well. If you're still confused as to which plan that you want, what you can do is get in contact with Wix, and they'll be able to walk you through each of the plans. You'll be able to tell them about your website, and they'll be able to suggest a plan that works best for you and your budget and your website as well. But once you've selected a plan, you would just click on select and just continue with the payment options. You can choose either monthly, yearly, 2 years, 3 years. The more years, the more billing cycles that you have, the more savings that you'll have. But maybe if you wanted to just check how the plan works or test out one of the plans as well, you can go for yearly or 2 years or monthly. What's really good about Wix is that they have a 14-day money-back guarantee. So you have 2 weeks to actually test out all the features that you have in your plan. And if you ever need to scale down or scale up or just not use the plans at all, you'll be able to get your money back within 14 days. So there is a bit of leeway in terms of testing the site out before going ahead with the plan. And then once you're done, you just want to click on continue to checkout and complete your purchase. Once you have your plan set up, you'll be able to connect to a custom domain. So if you click on connect domain on your dashboard, you just need to type in the domain name that you want, and then connect that to your Wix site. If it's a domain name that you already own, it's as simple as updating the name servers in the domain registrar from where you purchased from to point it to Wix. If you don't own it yet, Wix will give you the option to purchase it. So if you click on, so if it's a domain you already own, you just want to type in the domain and click on yes, I own this domain, and then it'll show you the instructions step by step to own a domain. If it's a domain that you haven't bought yet but it's available, you just want to click on domain purchase, and you can purchase a domain through Wix. And similar to how the billing cycles for the plan works. The billing cycle also works for the domain, and this is standard across the board. When you purchase a domain, you purchase it for a registration period, and they can differ with how much they offer. So Wix will offer 3 years as the maximum for registration period. There are some domain providers out there that will offer like 10 years, 15 years, etc. So it's up to you. You can do 1 year or 3 years. There's more savings if you do the more of a longer registration period, but that's up to you. You can buy the domain and just fill in all the info and checkout and purchase your domain. And that's really it. Once your domain is purchased and your plan is upgraded, your site will be live at the domain that you want. Currently, the site is going to be live without the plan or the domain. It's live with the Wix branding, so you want to make sure that you definitely upgrade and get your own domain and accept the payment plans also. So that's a wrap on our video on how to launch your website with the Wix editor. Throughout our playlist, we covered different overall features of the Wix Studio Editor. Overall, I'm really excited about the new Wix Studio Editor. It's a significant improvement over the previous editor with a number of new features, enhancements that make it easier and more efficient to create and manage websites. The intuitive interface is really well organized and easy to use, even for beginners. There's also a number of helpful features like the context-sensitive help and tutorials as well. The editor is really fast and responsive even when you're working with complex sites, and overall I think it's a significant improvement over the previous editor. It's really powerful with the new features as well. There are some issues, as we've seen, with the AI image generator. So definitely some of the AI tools, even though they are still in beta, they will require sort of like a manual review. I will say it is a bit of a learning curve in terms of making manual responsive improvements, but overall it's a really well organized editor, even and it's a lot more fast and responsive when you're working on complex websites as well. The AI text generator is a really cool tool as well. The fact that you can get your text generated within the website and not having to go separately, for example, to ChatGPT or like another AI text generator. Again, because it is AI, definitely make sure that you are manually reviewing the content, but it's also just really handy to have it within the Wix platform as well. The new editor also includes a number of collaboration features like the real-time editing and commenting. So if you are working in a big team, it makes it a lot easier to collaborate with other members of your team on one website, on one page as well. Overall, I think the new Wix Studio Editor is a great tool for creating and managing websites. It's easy to use, it's powerful and packed with lots of features. And once a lot of the AI features get out of sort of beta, we can only see more improvements being made. I hope you enjoyed this video, and overall I hope you enjoyed this series of playlists. We have a bunch of other playlists coming up using different platforms and different website builders as well, so make sure you hit that notification bell to stay updated with new videos on that. Any issues, any comments that you have, please leave them in the comment section below, and we'll get back to you as well. Stay well, and I'll see you guys in the next one.